Lord, thank you. It's taken about 12 years since first thought about this and made it possible that they could bring the Vietnam War Memorial Wall to Murrysville. Thank you for those who are standing here with us. And there are those here, they've got friends who are on that wall. We know that not all wounds are visible, and as we are at this wall, we know that it will be a time that's very emotional, a time that may bring some stuff back. The Lord, may we be here for each other.
We feel it's very important to provide a living experience for our young people and our students so that they can learn about our history and these sacrifices through more than just textbooks and YouTube. This week, they'll have the experience of meeting Vietnam veterans and learning firsthand accounts of their time in Vietnam and what they endured. And that is priceless and hopefully unforgettable.
Left, ready, aim, fire, ready, aim, fire, ready, aim, fire.
My name is Mike Holbrook. I'm from Logan, West Virginia. I own this Huey that's flying around here today. There were over 50,000 of them built for Vietnam, and they were mainly built for Vietnam. And only about 28,000 survived. We lost probably 8,000 pilots and crew during the Vietnam War. We had the highest percentage of any outfit or any flying or anything else losses in the Vietnam War with pilots and crew.
Hello, my name's Timothy Kellerman. I was in the United States Army. I was a United States Army Sergeant. I spent 13 months in Afghanistan. 9 months of those was in the Korengal Valley of Afghanistan, which is known as the world's deadliest valley, actually on the planet. I served with the 10th Mountain Division, 173rd Airborne, and the 82nd Airborne while I was over there as a 19th engineer out of Fort Knox. Coming home, I ended up getting diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and got medically retired from the military. I ended up getting paired with a pilot. This has been absolutely life-changing. Not only life-changing, it's been life-saving. This dog has absolutely saved my life. Whatever Guardian Angels is doing, it's an absolute miracle. They've paired people with over 300 dogs with people. We've not lost a single one to suicide, which is an absolute big win. Just absolutely a miracle what these dogs have done and what my dog has done for me, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing.
What we have is a lot of the what's called ephemera, which is the little details that the soldiers would have on a day-to-day basis, such as everything from their hats, their uniforms, to the weapons they would use, to the even like the bullets and food that they would have. And then we also have the medical type of items that were used by the medics and by the nurses and doctors for those that were injured. And also have some of the personal effects, such as gum and things like that they would have. And also in one corner, because you can't tell the full story without having the other side of the story, we also have the communist side. So we have some of the basic uniforms, some of the basic equipment that they would have, and things along that lines. So we try to have a little bit of everything to tell the full story, not just the generals and the battles and the little things like that. We have all the little stuff. So we're always welcome to go and talk to people and you know, deal with explaining things like this. So
this is commonly called a tiger cage. It looks very flimsy, but actually it's much stronger than it looks. Very often they were somewhat smaller than this, so that the person who was being held a prisoner couldn't straighten up, couldn't stretch out. They weren't fed well, if at all, so they could maybe scrape underneath the bottom of it and get some bugs or roots. Occasionally they would get some leftover rice or spoiled fruit or something like that to eat, but nutrition wasn't high on the list of priorities for the Vietnamese that were holding our prisoners. Even if you managed to get your way out of one of these things, you weren't in a physical condition to escape very far or very fast. They would torment you pretty much constantly while you're in there. If they saw you were falling asleep, come over and poke you with a bayonet or a bamboo pole or something like that. They would often submerge one of these with a prisoner inside it in a lake or a river with just the prisoner's head above, you know, just above water. And then the weather being the way it was in Vietnam, a torrential downpour would come and the water level of the river or pond would rise, and they would abandon the prisoner, and he would be overlooked by the rescuing troops because of the heat of battle and all. The battle would move away from that area, and he was still in the cage, so he left at the mercy of the wind and the weather and the bugs and the animals and such. Didn't happen often, but there were a few incidents.
I was not in Vietnam, but I was born in the Vietnam time period. And our feeling is that nobody really understands the thing that the soldiers went through. The soldiers came back, they were spit upon, they were disliked, hated, basically, for being over there. And I myself, being a vet, I feel it's very important to honor those that came up and did a job that nobody likes to do, because it takes a special person to be a soldier. And with that being the case, I do this, and my friends and I have our own group to do this so that we can educate the younger folk, younger people coming up, as to what they went through, why they went through it, to try to explain why, as a soldier, we do what we do. And it's very important because the names that are on that wall are the people that paid an ultimate price, their life, for what we have and what we do. So it's very important for us to be able to educate and remember, because it's only through the living that the dead are remembered. So it's our purpose, our job, to remember those who passed away.